Welcome back to the Job Search Readiness series. Today, we're going to talk about a category of resume that I like to affectionately refer to as the hybrid. And actually, first, let me just say that there are 4 mainstream types of resumes. And one of them, the most popular and the oldest format of the resume, is the chronological resume. Excuse me. It lists your work history as well as your education in reverse chronological order. And those who are newer in their career typically list their education closer to the top of their resume because they don't have a lot of experience in their career field yet, and especially if they went to college or university and majored in a particular career field and they're trying to land their first opportunity in that career field, then they'll usually depend on their education, or they're more likely to depend on their education to help them to land the job, because what does education do? Or completing a bachelor's, master's, or PhD, it shows that you have the ability to learn excuse me and grasp new concepts. Oh boy, here's the coffee. Sorry about that. A little sinus and allergies are acting up. So, those individuals will typically list their education first on their resume and then their employment history. And like I said, they'll use the chronological resume where everything is listed in reverse chronological order, meaning that you start with your most recent education or training and work back to like high school or what have you. And then when it comes to your work history, you start with your current or most recent work history and work backwards. Typically you list no more than 10 years of your history, your employment history on your resume. So that's the chronological resume. And know that when you're starting out in your career field, or you're trying to land your first noteworthy position in your career field, your work history may not be related to your field of study or your desired field of expertise at all. Because remember, you're building your career. And just like anything else, you usually start at entry level for many of us, or the majority of us, and then you start to move your way up. Then there's the functional resume, and it does not rely on dates as much. It is used more widely for people who have anywhere from 3 to 5 or more years of directly job-related experience in their field of expertise or desired field of expertise. And if they have experience, then 3 to 5 or more years, then it's no longer their desired field of expertise. It is their career field of choice, or field of expertise. So with the functional resume, typically your work history is going to come first. But what you would do with a functional resume is you would list categories, the core categories that fall within your area of expertise, and you can list those bullet points under each category. Like for instance, for me being a human resources professional, my functional resume has the sections like employee relations, training, benefits, compensation. And so what I'll do under each one of those, I'll list anywhere from 3 to 5 bullet points under each category, functional area of human resources that I've performed duties within. And after I list those categories and the bullet points for the duties or achievements under each area, functional area of human resources, then I can indicate because that's my professional experience or competencies. And then after that, I would have my professional history or work history, and all I would do is list my employers. First employer from 2017 until now, or 2017 until 2018. Let me get it right. From 2018 to present will be Associate Director of Human Resources, and then I would also name the organization and also the city that it's located in. Then I would list February 2017 to November or October of 2018, HR manager, and the name of the organization and the city where the organization is located. I would go backwards like that, and again I would only go back listing positions and employers for a max of 10 years. So that is the functional resume. Then, of course, there's the curriculum vitae or CV, and this is with the understanding that you already have selected your heading, which should be the same on all of your job search assets, all formats of your resume, as well as your list of references and your cover letter. The header should be exactly the same because that's one of the first steps in creating or establishing your personal brand or your professional brand. And then you're going to have all of your other areas like your skills, your professional summary, your awards, your volunteer work. You're still going to have all of that. So just rest assured that is understood. So with the curriculum vitae, of course, it's a more comprehensive document. It is going to share all of your work history, but it is also in reverse chronological order. It's just that it gives a whole lot more detail. It's a more comprehensive representation of your educational and professional backgrounds, as well as any other research, academic, scientific, what have you, activities and engagements that you have participated in. Then last but not least is what I call the hybrid resume, and it is a combination of the chronological and functional resumes. And what I mean by that is with the hybrid resume, you can utilize the categories of your work history, but instead of the categories being at the top or closer to the beginning of the resume after your professional summary, you start off with in reverse chronological order listing your work experience. So let's say you've had a gap in employment, or you have a whole lot of work experience and directly related to your field of expertise, like I do. So you start out utilizing the concepts of the chronological resume, listing in reverse chronological order your positions that you've held. And then once you get to the 10 years, if there is a significant position that is not of the same title, or if it functioned differently in any noteworthy way than any of the positions that you've already listed, then I would recommend that you go ahead and list that category where you have some additional experience in your field of expertise, and you write like a 1 to 2 line summary of what you did, a high level overview of that position, highlighting the way that position functioned differently than what you've already shared. And you can do that with several categories, if you will, and it lets the employer know that, hey, this person is sharing in detail their most recent 10 years of work experience, job-related experience, but they have additional work experience that they don't have to go into an exceptional amount of detail, because what you're doing is you're also giving them something else that they can ask you about during your interview as well. And so just be prepared to discuss those. You might do 1, 2, or 3 somewhere along there, positions that you also want them to be aware of that you've held, and just be well prepared to explain how those positions were a little different from your most recent positions in your field of expertise. So, some food for thought. And the reason why a lot of people who are experiencing maybe a break in employment, or have experienced a break in employment, whether voluntary or involuntary, is because it takes away the focus so much of the fact that you had a break in employment. Again, you need to be honest, and you need to not try and cover up that gap in your employment history. You just need to be able to explain in a concise and coherent way why that break occurred, without divulging anything that would be considered illegal to or unnecessary for the employer to know about you at that time. But what you're doing is you're helping them to focus more on your competencies and your knowledge, skills, and abilities that are related directly to the job, so that they're not doubting if you have what it takes to do the job, to be successful in the job. So hopefully you've gotten value from this content. As you all can tell, I am all stopped up, not feeling my best right now with the sinus headache and this congestion. But I hope that I brought value to you during this session. And if I have, please click the like button. Let the algorithm know that this is valuable information and that other people need to see it too, so I'll be able to help reach more people. Then also share it with your network, and know that I am still on this mission to help you live your very best career life. And I hope that you would decide to join me for my Friday morning live. As a matter of fact, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on YouTube, on my channel at HR by Namteek 167, where we'll discuss an HR related article or trend that is going on that has caught my interest, and hopefully has caught yours too. Then also, I hope you'll check out the information in the description of this content so that if you would like to work with me more closely, I would love to have you do so. And I have a new cohort of my Career Search RX coaching program coming up beginning March 7th. That information will be in the description. I would love to have you join me. Until next time, career success to you, and I hope that you're having a great week. Bye bye.